Welcome to Module 3 of our Structural Design Masterclass. So in this Module 3, we want to place column on the first floor that will carry the penthouse. So this is how we are going to do it. So I will copy this pent floor and come close to this. Let me zoom in. So I will follow the grid line very judiciously. So we have the grid line D here, the grid line D here. So meaning that we will have a column that will come to where we have the grid line D. So this is where I will fix my column. So I'll quickly come to this, copy the column. So this is grid line D. I'll place it there, and I will move again. This is grid line 2D, 2D. Okay, so I may decide not to place column here. And instead of the place, so I will place column as 2C. 2C. So this is my 2C. Okay, 2C. 2C. 2C, meaning that if I place a column at this point, this is 2C. The column here will be at the middle of the house. It will intrude into this room. So what I will do here is to shift this column. I want to shift this to C. I want to shift it to where I have 3C. So I will move it to 3C. Where is my 3C? This is so the column will be here at 3C. Okay. So then I have 2E. Let me check my 2E. This is my 2E, so I'll place the column at 2E. Then come back again to this and check. So I have column at 3C. 3C. Then definitely there must be a column at 2C. So I will go back. Here and place my column at 2D. Sorry, 2D. Okay. So here, 0. So I'll place a column at this point. I'll be able to handle this. So I will come here, place a column at this point, place a column here. Then I will check it out again where I need to place another column. This is close to, this is H. So from H to this point, so let me do something here. Let me offset the center line. Let me offset the center line. So from here, 750. So that is from H. That is from H. I will come to H. Come to H. Offset 750. 750. 750. 750. Okay, I'll place the column there. Then bring it down to 2 of that point. So 2, this is my 2. also bring it here. Okay, so we can actually call this H prime. We can call this H prime. So we can call this H prime. H prime. So 2H prime. 2H prime. So I move again. I need to fix a column here. That is a 2G. 2G. This is 2G. 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 Okay, 2G. 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 Then okay, then I move down to this, move down to this. I think this is supposed to be a wall, yeah. So this is 5, 5 I3, 5 I3, 5 I3, 5 I3, 5 I3. So let's check it out. Okay, this is where it is. 5 I3. Okay, 5 I3, 5 I3. Then there will be another column here. 5 I3. Fix it at this point. 5 I3. Then another one here is F. Another one is 5F. I'll look for 5F. This is F. This is 5F. Okay. Okay. So we are progressing. We are progressing. We are progressing. This is, yes, we are progressing. We are progressing. Then return back to this, which is 4C. 4C. We have 4C, yes, 4C. This is C and this is 4C. Okay, 4C. Fix the column here. Then I will come also to this F, 4F. 4F, this is F. This is F. This is 4C, F. Okay. Now the purpose of placing this column is to carry the fence floor. So you have to place the column where the wall of the fence floor are, not necessarily where you have the block work on the first floor. Because the aim is for the column to be able to carry the fence floor. So let's check out these two. We have done this. This is for the two. Then this particular one is C. The line of C is this one, which is this, and runs up to this point, run up to 4C. Run up to 4C. So we can now connect this. Can connect this, connect this, connect this, connect this, connect this. Okay. So from here we can connect. So meaning that you're gonna have a beam from this point. You're gonna have that beam, which is this one. Then this beam here is out. So this will just be an ordinary block wall. There will be no beam here. It will be a block wall. It still exists as a block wall. They will not put beam there. Instead, we will have a beam at this point. Then this one also, this point will be C. So this will be off. This will just be a block walk. This will be just a block walk. This will just be a block walk. So we connect this. So the next one will be G. This is 1, 3. Yes. 1, 3. Let's locate that 1, 3. This is 1, 3. So we are gonna run a beam at this point. 1, 3. There will be a beam here that will carry. So okay. So here, so this will just go. Okay. So this H prime. So we will have a beam here. Let me just copy this. Bring it to this point. Then we have this. Okay. I think it is coming out now. These are now block work. These are block work. The way we have structural members are here is at the area where you have the penthouse. Area where you have the penthouse. So the 2, this is 2. So this projected out. So we are going to project this as well. So we are projecting this. This is going to project. So we will do it this way. Do it this way. And extend this. Okay. Wow. So from here, these are just block work. These are block work. These are block work. So since they are not structural members, so we can simply remove them. We can just remove them. But that does not mean that this block work has ceased to exist. No, the block work still exists, but the block work are not part of our structural members. So that is why you see me deleting them. But in reality, this block work still exists. This block work still exists. It still exists. It still exists. Okay, it still exists. Okay. So we can, where is that? From D, we can just, this is H prime. So we can just demarcate them. So this has gone. So this is where we have the penthouse. So let me delete some of this grid line out so that we have a free space to work with. We just need to delete some of this grid line out so that we can have a free space to work. So these are just where so what I want to do, um, so I can now use this just so that you know that here are not, they are not, these are not structural members. Yes, they are not structural. These are structural members. You can now check this out. So we have this one now. So this is just the area where we have the beams and the slab. The beams and the slab. I can decide to just delete some of these out and then focus on this. Okay, so let's dimension this now. Let's dimension this now. Okay. So let's also dimension here. We don't have need of this. So some of the grid lines that are not relevant to this particular floor, you can remove them and only maintain the ones that are relevant to the floor. So these ones are not really relevant to me. So I can as well remove them. I remove them. I will only dimension it and stop where those dimensions are relevant. So okay, shift this. So the same thing is also applicable here. This one is not important to me on this other side. So I can remove it. move on this one also. So we dimension here that is important to us. Then this, let's check this. This is H prime. Okay, so we bring this down. So we can get this off, get this out. Okay, so this is for, okay, we already captured it here. So you can remove it from here. Remove this. So what we need here is 5. So we have the O, then we have this one. Okay, we can extend this. Okay, so now this will become, can change it, this will become general arrangement for penthouse, penthouse. Can delete this out. So we put it here. Then we copy this, we'll move it again. This one will be for the slab. This one will be for the roof beam. So we change this penthouse floor reinforcement detail. Okay, reinforcement detail. So this will be for the roof beam. Roof beam. Roof beam and concrete fascia. Okay, so let's go back to the general arrangement. Penthouse floor. Okay, reinforcement detail. So this is general arrangement. So we can now name our beams as we did for this one. So I can copy this now. So here I can decide to change this beam to penthouse beam 1, penthouse beam 1, so that we will be able to identify them from the other first floor beam. So rotate this, rotate it. This is where we have the floor beam. So we call this one penthouse beam 2. So we call this one penthouse beam 3. We call this one penthouse beam 4. I think we are done with all the horizontal beams. So we now move to vertical beam. So we can call this one penthouse beam 5, penthouse beam 6, this will also be beam 6. This will be beam 6. Now, the reason why we call this 1, 2, 3, in fact, possibly 4, beam 6 is that when you check this out, you realize that the load is going to be the same. The load that will come on this beam will also be the same load that will come on this one. The load that will come on this will be the same that will come on this. So when we will be doing the beam design, you will see that the load will basically be the same. So, and another thing is that they have the same span, which is 4 meters. So there is no point for us to name them separately. So the load arrangement are the same. The beam span are equally the same. So that is why we keep them the unique name. So when you will be detailing this beam, you can say that this is beam 6, beam penthouse beam 6, 4 number dots, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 number dots. So there are 4 in number. So that is beam 6. So this will be beam 7. This is beam 7. And this is beam 8. This is beam 8. Okay, beam 8. So we are done with this. So let's now define the panels. Let's define the panel. Let's define the panel. Define the panels. Okay, so let me check the LX of this panel. What I mean by LX, even though the direction is on the y-axis, is because the LX for the slab is always the shutter span. So irrespective of the position of it, whether it is on the y-axis or on the x-axis, the shutter span is always the LX. So let me check this out. So we just assume this to be 6, just assume this to be 150, but it's our design that will determine if this slab, the 150 thickness, would be sufficient for the slab. So for now, that is the assumption. So panel 1, panel 2, panel 3, panel 4, panel 4. Okay, so we are done with the general arrangement. We are done with this. We are done with this. We are done with this. So this is for the slab. This is for the roof beam. So let's look at it again. We have this one for the foundation. This one is for general arrangement for first floor. This is for first floor slab reinforcement. Okay, yes, first floor slab reinforcement. General arrangement for penthouse. Penthouse floor slab reinforcement detail. Floor slab. Floor slab. Floor slab. Then we have this for the roof. Okay, so in our next model, we will start with the slab design. So we will design the first floor slab so that we can get the reinforcement for our detailing. Then we will move to the penthouse floor slab design as well and check for deflection to see if our assumed slab thickness of 150 is adequate. So thank you. See you in our next module. Bye.